Well, everything is right again in the world, ladies and gentlemen. I had inadvertently taken Tracy Dyer, hidden her, as a matter of fact, blocked her from the channel. I must have been aiming for somebody else. But that's okay. Now we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy, and I did a rookie mistake, but I wanted to make sure that I could see Tracy in the chat. And we got her back to full status, so we're glad of that. Folks, I want you to know that I'm touching on something, and welcome to the channel, that we touched on the other day, but we were so broken up and so disjointed and so chaotic on that podcast that I wanted to make sure that what was said there and what was shared there went out in a cogent fashion, went out in a fashion that's easy to understand and easy to hear and easy to get as a concept, because it really is if there were an unpardonable sin in the script, and I don't think there really is, this would be it. This is the divine line in the sand that once you cross, you are beyond the help of anybody but yourself, and your mind has already been seared with a hot iron, so you're not coming back. So we're talking about, if you get to this place and you can't be brought back from this place, then you're done for this go round, and we'll see you back again. Once you cross the cross, exactly, you're done. Once you cross the cross, it's all lost. And I'm going to show you where this is from the scripture, from the script, and we're going to show you how it works. And there's really no way around it. I welcome debate from anybody, but we know how that is. That's crickets. But we want you to know this. We want you to understand this, because it's very, very important. And as always, this is brought to you by Mystech. I wear this jewelry because it keeps me to the original Schumann resonance of the earth. This is anti-cancer, great stuff. It keeps my blood in perfect condition. It keeps my subtle body in perfect condition and makes me impervious to the effects of EMF. It's all proven on the channel. So go to jeffreydaugherty.com. And if you go now just go to where it says store, and boom, it's right there. It shows you how to do it. It shows you how to pay for it. It's a beautiful thing right there, one stop, except you got to go to Mystech and decide what you want, of course. So it's right there. We've got the rods there if you want rods. We got the rods there. We got the Mystech, so we're all set to go. Let's get into this subject matter, and I'm very, very excited about it. It's some really good stuff, and I can't wait to share it with you. And it is the sign of the prophet Jonah, and it is a divine line in the sand. And people find many, many ways to be creative and get around this and say it means this. All we do is go to the text. The text, because the text doesn't care what you think. The text doesn't care what you've been taught. And it's the script. It's the script of this world. And you can either live by this script, which unfortunately a lot of you do, or you can say, oh, I see that script. No, thank you. I will turn down this part. I have turned down the part. After following the script for 20 years, I decided that I would not return for a 21st season. And I said no to the script. So here we go. Let's get into it. And let's get ready to rock and roll. They live and they die by the script. You're right, Tracy. I missed you. So Matthew 16 and verse number 4. That's what we're going to be looking at. Matthew 16 and verse number 4. And we're going to look at it. We're going to look at it up one side. We're going to look at it down the other. And we're going to look at it from just the script and nothing but the script. We're not going to be reading into it. We're not going to any other places. We're staying right in the script, because that's where the action is. If you're a director, you want them to follow the script. And they are directors, and they do want you to follow the script. So you got to know the script, so you can know if you want to follow it or not. If after hearing me, you want to follow the script, it's your life. It's your afterlife. I'm just the mailman. I bring you the information. You decide if you want to use it or not. So let's look at this verse, Matthew 16, verse 4. And we're going to look at it sort of backwards. We're going to look at it 3/4 in and then back, and then we'll finish. And there's a reason for it. And if you look at this scripture, let me show you the scripture first, so you know it, the script first, so you know it is the line from the script, and I'm not ad-libbing. So we'll show you the script so you'll know that I am not ad-libbing. Here's the script. The script says, this is Matthew, page 16 of the script, and it's right here on this line of the script. A wicked and an adulterous generation seeks after a sign, and there shall be no sign given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas, and he left them and departed. Most people will do this. They'll read something, then they will leave the text and depart it. But no, we are going to be right in the text, the whole text, and nothing but the text. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here to sign. We're going to look at what a sign is. We're going to look at what seeking means. We're going to look at what generation means. We're going to look at what adulterous means. We're going to look at what wicked means. And then we'll come back and talk about no sign given unto it. And then we'll look specifically at the sign of the prophet Jonas. And then we'll look at how and what and who leaves and departs. Y'all ready for this? I think you are. Let's do it. So we'll go back and take a look at our notes, and we will be off and running next month on the 13th. Be ready for the great seminar with me and Mike King of Real History Channel, the hidden history of World War II, and the hollow/inner earth. Boom. It's going to be very, very exciting. So, a wicked and an adulterous generation seeks after signs. Let's look at this from back to front. What's a sign? Well, it's an indication, a mark, or a token given to confirm, corroborate, or authenticate. It's something that can be seen. And again, we'll go back to the script so you can know, again, we're not ad-libbing. We're going to show you exactly what this script says. Oh, Jeff, this is so laborious. Jeff, it takes so long. But this is what you call studying the script, and you'll never be able to decide if you want to act in this play or not unless you know the script. You got to know your lines to know if you're willing to accept them. They might want you to get naked. Do you really want to accept a part without knowing if nudity is involved? Of course you don't. So, what is a sign? A sign is, as I said on the notes, it's a sign, an indication, a mark, it's a token. It's given to confirm, to corroborate, or to authenticate. I think it's interesting that the English word looks a lot like semen, because you've got to allow yourself to be, there's a reason they call it the missionary position. You got to allow that to happen to you. And then you got to be inseminated with this to allow this virus to take over your mind. It's that bad. But forget I said that. Anyway, it is a sign. It's something that you look at. It's something that is used as a confirmation. It's something that's used as a token. And of course, if it's a sign, it's got to be seen, right? It's got to be seen. It ain't a sign unless you can see it. How good is a stop sign if you can't see it? No good, right? You've got to be able to see something in order for it to be a sign. So these things that this wicked and adulterous generation seeks after, they're signs. They're looking for something to authenticate their experience. They're looking for something to corroborate their experience. They're looking for something to confirm. They're looking for a mark. They're looking for something they can see, touch, feel, hold in order to confirm and authenticate their experience. They got to see it. They got to taste it. They got to touch it. They got to feel it. They got to have a sign. They got to have a sign, but they are not like we are, and we are not like they are. And let me go right to the script. Here's a great little example of dropping a truth into the script in order to disclose it, but to frame it in such a way that you won't understand that it's disclosure, so you'll go right past it and you'll miss it. But that's not the way we roll. I've been doing this for 40 years. I catch this stuff, I see this stuff, and I share it with you, and either you do or you don't. But see, my job is done. I don't have to sit and wonder and lay awake at night and keep Cynthia up saying, oh my, I hope that they listened to what I said. I used to do that. Not anymore. Now I lay my head down on the pillow and I think, oh, I said everything I was supposed to say. Oh, my conscience is clear, and all I got to do is rest and get some more information. That's the beautiful part of it. Because when you look at this over here, this part of the script in 2 Corinthians, it says these words. And this is, and you know, these people, they say these things, they don't know what they're saying. But I'm showing you what you say, cross-clingers. And I know you don't like to be called a cross-clinger, but that's what you are, and I'm going to keep saying it. So look at this. For we walk by faith, not by sight. So many of them tell you, I walk by faith. I'm living by faith. I'm living by faith. I'm living by faith. Well, then why are you looking for signs? Signs are not for the faithful. We talked about that yesterday. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. It's our assurance in knowing that our manifestation is going to come true. We've got that. What about you? You don't. You got to see a sign. You're looking for raptures, and you're looking for tribulations, and you're looking for chopping of heads, you're looking for marks, and you're looking for witnesses, and you're looking for heifers, and you're looking for temples, and you're looking for vials, and you're looking for bowls, and you're looking for all of this stuff. We live by faith. No, you don't. You got to see it. You live by sight. We live by faith. Even though you say and your gurus say, we believe we can manifest our life into being. No, you don't. Stop saying it. Why would you believe you can manifest your life into being and then talk about how bad things are going to get 24/7, 365? That's all you talk about. I don't watch these channels very much, but when I do, all I hear is bad news. Oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be worse. It's going to be worser. It's like, they made that movie Dumb and Dumber. Watching these people, it's like worse and worser. It's the sequel. That's sight walking. That ain't faith walking. We walk by faith. Remember what faith is? Faith is trust, fidelity, confidence, belief in things that can't be seen. Belief of our profession, what we say. What is sight? Sight is looking at stuff you can see, appearances, shapes, forms. You've got to learn to be honest with yourself. You've got to learn to be honest with yourself. You can talk all the talk, but when you're laying in bed by yourself at night, it says we walk by faith, not by sight. But if you're looking for signs, what are you walking by? If you're preaching signs, if you're podcasting signs, if you're YouTubing signs, what are you teaching, preaching, YouTubing, podcasting? Sight worship. You got to see watch for the signs. When you see this happen, know that this is going to happen. When you see this, do that. It's signs. Sign everywhere, a sign. Do this, don't do that. Can't you see the sign? You're looking for them. Because you walk by sight. If you're looking for signs, you walk by sight. You can't have it any other way. We don't look for signs because we walk by faith. And I did a show on that yesterday. Check it out. So these people that are dealing with signs, stuff you can see, they're seeking after them. They are seeking after them. Back to the script we go. To make sure that that's all we're talking about is the script. This adulterous and wicked generation, we talked about the sign, but what do? They demand. But see, demand, it's actually a little bit of a progression. Let's look at this word. So, first of all, they inquire, they ask about. I heard that Jebus Crebus isn't coming back until the signs of the times appear. They're asking it first. And then all of a sudden they start seeking. Oh, I heard that there's going to be a rapture. That sounds sexy to me. I heard about it. I was just asking about it, but now I heard about it and I'm kind of excited about it. And then all of a sudden you start desiring it. Hey, I once heard there was a rapture. Then you told me there's going to be one. Now I want it. And then They start making demands about it. Give me that rapture. It's like an addict. The first one's free. Your first needle full of heroin's free. You just inquired, let me give you this smack for free. Ooh, you gave it to me for free and I liked it. So I'd like to have a little more if I could. Oh, and then I had a little more and I liked that. Now I got a desire for it. Now I got this building hunger for it. And then all of a sudden you give it to me again and bam, now I'm demanding it. Jeff, it doesn't say demand. It does say demand. What's that word right there? They demand a sign. You've become crack addicts. You've become meth heads. And some of you really are, and you ought to get that dealt with. But you become crack addicts, you become meth heads, you become heroin addicts. It's fear porn addiction. I heard about it. I asked about it. Ooh, I liked it. Then I really liked it. And man, now I want it. I got to have it. Got to have it. I need it. Got to need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. You're not just looking anymore. You started out just looking for signs. You started out just inquiring about signs. Now you're obsessed. Now you're obsessed. That's why when you watch any cross-clinging channel, I will give you, I won't really, but I will say I'll give you $50. Have fun trying to collect it, but I would never lose it because what I was going to say is I'll give you $50. Not really. It's a joke. I'll give you $50. Not really. If you can watch a cross-clinging channel for more than 3 videos in a row without them talking about signs of the times. Hell, you can't watch for 3 minutes in a row. They're talking about the signs and the prophets, and it's bad, and it's getting worse, and it's falling apart, and it's horrible, and I got all the answers. You got to listen to me. Just listen to me. A little Toby Keith there, sort of. You're obsessed. And signs are the most inquired about subject among cross-clingers, bar none. Trust me, I was a Pentecostal minister for 20 years. Brother Jeff, you going to talk about prophecy? If I could ask that question one more time, I was going to be testifying about homicide. And not as a witness, as a defendant. Oh, can you preach about prophecy? Can you talk about signs of the times? Can you talk about the end times? How about some eschatology? Can we have some prophecy? And then you say, no, I'm not about that tonight. And then, yeah, but we really want it. Well, not tonight. I want some prophecy. They're addicts. They're a bunch of junkies. You cross-clingers are a bunch of junkies wanting your fear porn prophecy fix. And the people that give you the information are a bunch of drug pushers. Period. The end. That's the very definition of walking by sight. That's the very definition of having itching ears. Gathering to yourself teachers that will tell you what you want to hear because they make $1. And that makes them want to holla. Signs. Seeking after signs. Demanding signs. Crackheads. Addicts. And the pushers that make a living off of them. You know who we're talking about. And we're straight in the text. Who seeks after signs? Who demands signs? Well, it's a generation that does it. What's a generation? I'm not talking about my generation. I'm talking about your generation. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's not my generation. It's your generation. And your generation, what's a generation? Well, you people looking for signs are a generation. And what's a generation? You're a race of people. You become your own race. You become your own family. You become your own generation. Generation. It's you. You become your own separate bunch of your own. Oh, you know what it is? You become a race. You become a family. You become a generation. You know what the word is? You become a cult. That's the word, cult. all of you that listen to prophecy are in a cult, and all of you that preach prophecy are building cults. You're all a bunch of cultist junkies. And it's I understand why you don't debate me, because there is no debate. What can you say? It's plain. It's clear. It cannot be disputed. You become a race. You become a family. You are demanding things you can see. Right up here. Demanding things you can see. Demanding things you can see. And you become a cult that demands to see a sign. But what kind of people are you? You're adulterous people. Jeff, I'm not adulterous. Oh, well, then you must be the other one, wicked. If you are seeking signs, if you want to know about the rapture, if you want to know about the tribulation, if you want to know about the mark of the beast, if you want to know about chopping of heads, if you want to know about the temple, if you want to know about the red heifer, if you want to know about the two witnesses, if you want to know about the Antichrist, if you want to know about the trumpets, the seals, the vials, the bowls, you're either wicked, because those are signs. You're either wicked or adulterous. Which one is it? What does adulterous mean? Adulterous means that you commit adultery. It means to have sex. This is the word right here, an adulterer. That means that you are interacting, when we're talking about spirituality here, you're interacting with a spirit other than a pure spirit. You're interacting with a deity other than the deity. You are divine, you're sovereign, you're free. And what it really means is, earmuffs, kids, it really means you're fucking yourself. Un-earmuffs. Because you're divine, you're sovereign, you're free, and you're cheating on yourself. You're committing adultery on yourself by doing what I just said to somebody else. You're not doing it to yourself, you're doing it to somebody else and with somebody else. So you're committing adultery against yourself, against your own divinity, your own sovereignty, your own freedom. You're adulterous. You are having illicit sexual relations. Is that better? You're having illicit sexual relations with a deity that's not a real deity. You're having illicit sexual relations with a spiritual system that is not of the true divinity and the true deity. You're having illicit, you're contracting STDs, spiritually transmitted diseases. You're adulterous. I didn't say it, and I just read it. You're adulterous. And look at this. It's Matthew. And you know what that means? It means these words are red. It's the red letters. Oh, we love the red letters. The letters are red. And you are sleeping in the wrong bed. You're adulterous. And not only that, or you could be wicked instead. What's wicked? Evil, bad, malicious, slothful. You know what slothful means? It means lazy as hell. You're lazy. You're malicious. You're wicked. You're bad. You're evil. I didn't say it. The guy that you worship, the dead guy on a stick in the red letters, said it. Evil, bad, wicked, malicious, slothful, pain-ridden. Where did I get the pain-ridden from? Let me see what that is. Boom, 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 boom. Adulterous, wicked. Where did I get pain-ridden from? Oh, look at that. It's right there. I got to show you so you know that I didn't just make it up, because I would never make it up, but some of you accuse me of making stuff up. So I just want to make sure that you realize that you are wrong. What's that say right there? it says pain-ridden. And this is important because it's a process. You're pain-ridden. Let me show you the process of what happens. And this is how your cult is built. And this is how you wind up in a cult, willing to believe whatever the idiot that runs it says. You're pain-ridden. You're hurting for certain. We all got pain. We all got problems. 99 problems, and some bitch ain't one of them for me. I got no guru problems. I got no preacher problems. I got no YouTube problems. 99 problems, but one of them bitches ain't one of them. Used to be, but I'm now bitch free. Little Jay-Z in the hizzy. So you're pain-ridden. You're hurting. And then you get lazy because I'm just a victim. I'm hurt. I'm a black man in a white man's world. I'm a poor girl in a rich girl's world. I'm a bald man in a hairy man's world. I'm a victim. So I'm just going to be slothful and not do nothing. And then when I see somebody trying to do something, I'm going to talk bad about them. And when you go from being a victim to being lazy to talking bad about people that are trying to do something, then you become wicked, you become bad, you become evil. Which are you? The dead guy on the stick in the red letters said, if you're looking for a sign, you're either wicked or adulterous. You don't have to answer that out loud. It's got to be really, really embarrassing. But you do have the right to say, I don't really want to be either one. How about I just don't believe in signs? How about I just don't believe in prophecy because I know it's history and not future? Can I just opt out? Yeah, that's what we're here for, to help you opt out. That's why we're here, to help you opt out. And I mean, it's really not that hard, but it's made much, 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 much easier when you're living in a high consciousness environment. That's what fluffy, focused life force energy can bring to you. Go to jeffreydaugherty.com. There's like a starburst kind of logo there. Click on that, and you can get your fluffy for free for 30 days. Or just go ahead and buy it. It's a great price. jeffreydaugherty.com. Click on the fluffy logo. And that's on the video page, I believe. We're going to have to put it other places, too. I've been so busy. I've been busier than a one-arm paper hanger. Think how busy that is. So which are you? And I got a really close shave, so a little bit of chafing. You know where it kind of burns when you touch it, but yet it feels good at the same time? Yeah, I know. A little too much information, but hey. Which are you? And why do you do it? Your pain and your laziness drive you to worship other than the true divinity, and that makes you wicked, adulterous, and part of that wicked and adulterous race. You got this pain. It makes you lazy, and it drives you to listen to people and to become worshipful of gurus, and then you become worshipful of the God of the guru, and they're not true divinity, and that is what makes you wicked and adulterous, having illicit spiritual transmitted disease, illicit spiritual with something other than true divinity. That's how you become wicked. That's how you become adulterous. And the dead guy on the stick with the red letters said it. But he's got something for you. He's got something special for you. The dead guy on the stick in the red letters, he got something special for y'all. Just for you wicked and adulterous people. It's a special for the wicked and adulterous. It's the Thursday special for the wicked and adulterous. Just for you. I know you want a sign, but you ain't getting no sign. But you're a bunch of whiners and criers and babies. So he finally said, okay, I'll give you a sign, but I'll give you one sign. Just one. The sign. One freaking sign. I'm going to give you one sign. One sign is all you get. And that one sign is the sign of the prophet Jonah. Then he said, I'm out of here. He left them and he went away. So he gave one sign. and we're going to talk about that sign. He gave one sign, just one. Only one sign for you to see, because you walk by sight, not by faith. So he gets to give you a sign. And according to the text, the sign is obviously for the wicked and the adulterous. And if it's for the wicked and adulterous, it's obviously a false sign. And it becomes a divine line in the sand, because if you cannot see that it's false, your mind has been seared with a hot iron. If you cannot see it's false, then you are beyond help. It's the line in the sand. Once you cross it, once you cross the cross, once you cross it, you cannot ever go back. You're done for this cycle. Hopefully you'll get another shot. Hopefully you'll do better then. Maybe you'll get yourself out of this mess next time around. But this sign is there for you to see. It's for the wicked. It's for the adulterous. And it's a sign. It's really a sign, a divine line in the sand. But it's not just for the divine. It's for you too. It's for you to know you've gone too far. And it's for the divine to know you're not worth wasting any more time on. Because there's like 8 billion people on this planet. And I know you think you're the most important one, but you're not. If you've crossed this line, I got no more time for you. Boo. It's a divine line in the sand. And divinity leaves you if you cross it. Not because he doesn't like, not because divinity doesn't like you, but because you're not worth it anymore in this cycle. You're done, you're gone. Not even divinity can help you. If divinity leaves you, then why would I stay? That would mean that I have the ego problem. I think I can do better than divinity. Look, if you buy this and divinity says bye, guess what? I'm gone too. You're on your own. Enjoy the cult ride. Hope you make it back for another round. If the divine leaves, if the divine parts, then baby, I'm gone too. It's a divine line in the sand. And if you cross this, how do I know I crossed it, Jeff? Because if you believe this, what we're about to talk about, you've crossed the line and you're done. It's over. It's over. So let's look at the sign. If there was an unpardonable sin in the script, and there's not, this would be it. Once you cross this line in the sand, the divinity says, sorry, got no more time for you. You can't be helped. You can't be fixed. And you know why? It's because you're too wicked. You're too adulterous. And you don't want to be helped. You can't help those that don't want to help themselves. Divinity leaves, I'm going to leave you. Divinity departs, I'm going to depart. Watch this. Now, the God of the Bible, the lovable little rat bastard, did he just call the God of the Bible the rat bastard? You damn right I did. I'll call him again. Rat bastard. That's what he is. Watch this. This is so powerful. Like, totally. Now, the rat bastard had appointed a great fish. I chuckle because I know where I'm going with this. He appointed a great fish to swallow Jonah. Remember? No sign. The only sign you're getting is the prophet Jonah. So, the rat bastard appoints a great fish, and we're reading out of Jonah 1:17. You're gonna have to trust me in this one. I'm not going to it. The rat bastard appointed a great fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah spent 3 days and 3 nights in the stomach of the fish. It says the belly, Jeff. It's the same thing. And then, dead guy on the stick, red letters. For just as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the great fish, so the Son of Man will be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Red letters, dead guy on the stick, Matthew 12:40. Now, it's really important. He said 3 days. Uno, dos, tres. Eins, zwei, drei. Drei. Eins, zwei, drei. And then nights, too. Nacht. And we're going to show you that one because you got to see it. You got to know that that's exactly what we're talking about. Boy, yelling in German hurts your throat. It really does. So, no sign will be given in except the sign of Jonah. Let's go down here and we'll see the sign of Jonah. Sign of the prophet Jonah. Watch this, 12:39. For 3 days and 3 nights, Jonah was what? In the belly of the little fishy. He was 3 what? He was 3 days. What's a day? Well, my pastor says, my priest says, my guru says, forget what they say. This is what the text says. I don't know who your pastor is. He didn't write this. I don't know who your priest is. He didn't write this. I don't know who your guru is. He, she, they didn't write this. What's a day? The period from sunrise to sunset. So if you're in the ground 3 days, you're going to be in there for, let's see, 1 sunrise, 2 sunrise, 3 sunrise. You're going to be there for ein sunset, zwei sunset, und drei sunset. 3. Uno, dos, trece. It's an international podcast. 3 of them. And then what's night? Well, dummy, what do you think night is? Night is the nighttime. So if the daytime is sunrise to sunset, then what's the nighttime? Sunset to sunrise. So, uno sunset, doce sunset, trece sunset. You can make that into a little song. You got to have 3 of each. 3 sunrises, 3 sunsets. 24 times 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6. 72 hours. Equals a 9. That's interesting. So the only sign you're going to get is the sign of Jonah. The only sign you're going to get is the sign of Jonah. And Jonah spent 3 sunrises to sunsets and 3 sunsets to sunrises in the belly of the fish. And dead guy on the stick in the red letters says, I'm going to spend 3 sunrises to sunsets and 3 sunsets to sunrises in the belly of the earth. And that's the only sign you get. In other words, if you don't see this sign, then you're crazy. If you don't see this sign happen, you're wicked. If you don't see the sign happen, you're adulterous. And if you're looking to improve your eyesight just in case, I got some C60 Purple Power for you. It's a fountain of youth. It restores your eyesight. You don't need no glasses. It's the best antioxidant on the planet. It's great for your virility. It's the fountain of youth in a bottle. Cliff High and his wife say it's the only reason they're alive. This kind, this brand. Go to C60purplepower.com and use the code TCW10. And tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central, Ken, the CEO, founder of C60 Purple Power, is going to be with us. We're not going to be talking about C60, but we're talking about a lot of cool stuff. And if you missed the show today earlier, make sure you check that one out. It was really, really good too. So you got to realize how important this is, because if you buy this and you believe it, divinity will leave you. They will depart because you're too wicked, you're too adulterous, and you're too stupid to be helped. It's just the way it is. This is the one great sign that you wicked, adulterous clamorers will be given. The only one. 3 days, 3 nights in the earth. It's the only sure sign of authenticity. It's the only sure sign of genuineness. And guess what? It's a failed sign. It never happened. It's a failed sign. It never happened. Never has anybody spent 3 days, 3 sunsets to sunrises and 3 sunrises to sunsets in the belly of the earth. Never. Never. But Jesus, no, he didn't. Dead guy on a stick. Didn't even, he died for your sake. He didn't even give you his weekend. He was not in the grave for 3 days and 3 nights. You see the little boxes? Pretend they're a calendar. I'd even put numbers in there because I don't want to confuse you. But pretend you're looking at a calendar. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay. So everybody knows about Good Friday. Everybody knows that HERU DISTU. He was crucified on Friday. Okay. So he was in the grave Friday night. Cool. There's a night. We need 3 nights. We got 1 right there. Friday night. He was in the grave on Saturday. Oh, cool. Now we got a day and a night. So we got 1 day and 1 night. But then Saturday night too. So now we got 2 nights. We got 1 day and 2 nights. Well, but Jeff, it was like in the afternoon on Friday. So can we count Friday too? Okay, I'll give you that. So now we got 2 days and 2 nights. But he didn't really spend Friday because he wasn't crucified. He wasn't dead Friday at sunrise. And the script said sunrise to sunset. So I'm being really nice giving you Friday. It violates the script. But let's say Friday, 1 day, Friday night, 1 day, 1 night. Saturday, 2 days, Saturday night, 2 nights. But at dawn Sunday, dead guy on the stick, gone. He gone. Wait a second. It said he would spend 3 sunrises to sunsets in the belly of the earth. He didn't make it. It said he would spend 3 sunset to sunrises in the belly of the earth. He didn't make it. He did not spend 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the earth. Period. It's a false sign. Now do you see why? If you know what you know and continue to believe it, you're too wicked. If you know what you know and continue to believe it, you're too adulterous to be saved. You're not worth our time anymore. But wait a second. I remember when I was a Pentecostal preacher, 20 years of Pentecostal preacher, 20 years, Bible college graduate. Wow, I preached on 5 continents. There's only 7. I preached on 5 of them. And I saw this. I'm like, damn, that's a problem. So I went to work on it because I was getting paid good. The one sign you're given fails, but I went to work on it. I thought, well, you know, there was different Sabbaths, not just the Sabbath. So the way I figured it, he was crucified on Wednesday. Wednesday in the afternoon, he was crucified. So that fixed all the problems, right? We got Wednesday night, 1 night, sunset to sunrise. We got Thursday, 2 nights, sunset to sunrise. We got Friday, 3 nights, sunset to sunrise. Boom, great. And then we got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Oh, shit. Forgot about Saturday night. That's 4 nights. Didn't say he would spend 4 sunsets to sunrises, but if he got out the grave on Sunday, that means that bitch was there all Saturday night. God damn it. Intended. It was funny. Come on. So even if he really was crucified on a Wednesday and he rose on a Sunday, you got too many nights. What's better, to have not enough nights and not enough days, or too many nights? Either way, you're wrong. So if you believe this, you're still wicked. If you believe this, you're still adulterous. You're still stupid and not worth the time that it takes to deal with you. But then, ladies and gentlemen, then I became a Sabbath-keeping Pentecostal, keeping the Sabbath from sundown to sundown, just like the LEMS did back in the day. I even had a prayer shawl. Do you believe that shit? Wore one of those little hats on my head. I was learning Hebrew again. It wasn't any more fun the second time, trust me. But then I became a Sabbath-keeping Pentecostal. And I remembered Matthew 28. I'm like, ooh, I think I figured it out. I think I got me a workaround. There's only one thing better than a workaround, and that's a reach around. But anyway, Matthew 28, verse number 1. For a minute, I thought, ooh, this is it. I'm really smart. I did it. I figured it out. Because look at what Matthew 28:1 says. Look at what Matthew 28:1 says. It's the answer. Eureka. Whoops. I said Matthew 28:1, Jeff. Come on. I need an assistant. I need to be like Joe Rogan. He's got somebody to push these buttons and stuff. I got nobody. I ain't got nobody. But anyway, in the end of the Sabbath, I'm like, ooh, the end of the Sabbath. The end of the Sabbath is nighttime. Nighttime. That's the end of the Sabbath. Right when it begins to get dark. The end of the Sabbath. Ooh, then my wheels started spinning round and round. So I said to myself, self, what if it went like this? Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. That's 3 nights, sunset to sunset. Check the box. Then I said, I got Thursday, I got Friday, I got Saturday. Check the box. 3 days, 3 nights. Winner, chicken dinner. But oh, crap. No, it's not working. Why doesn't it work? Well, here's why it doesn't work. Because try as you may, be as sincere as you may, want to as much as you may, you can't make dark light. And you can't make light dark. Because this word, which I was trying to turn into Saturday night, when it started to get dark, instead of when it started to dawn, oh, but it's the start of the Sabbath, which it means the dawn, which the Sabbath starts at dark, so it really meant dark. And then, if I just hadn't looked up this Hebrew word, everything would have been fine. But look at the word. It means to let shine, to dawn, to let shine, to dawn. It comes from, and then I had to look it up. It comes from what? It comes from upon, and what's supposed to mean? Light. And as hard as I tried, I could not make light dark. I could not make a source of light a source of dark. I could not make radiance darkness. I'm not as good as your gurus because they're really good at making light dark and dark light. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. And because I couldn't do it, I still had an extra night. I still had Saturday night. SATURDAY night. Great in a song, not great if you're trying to work out the 3 days and 3 nights. Because now you get 3 days and 4 nights. And he didn't say he'd be there 4 sunsets to sunrises. It said he'd be there 3. And I got 4. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, You can't make light darkness. You can't make darkness light. No matter how hard you try, there's still only one sign, and it fails every time. This is why it's the line in the sand. Because no matter how you try to massage it, if you stay in line with the text, which says sunrise to sunset, sunset to sunrise, there's got to be 3 of each. There's no way to do it. No way to do it. That's why it's the divine line in the sand. Because if you see all of this evidence and still won't get it, then you're wicked. If you see all of this evidence and still won't get it, then you're adulterous. If you see all of this evidence and still won't get it, you're stupid. And you're not worth spending any more time on. And did you notice this? Did you notice this? Did you notice here? Watch this. Great fish, plainly stated in Jonah 1:17. Great fish, plainly stated in Matthew 12:40. Great fish. A great fish. A great fish. You know what a fish story is? It's a big, huge lie, right? They caught a fish this big, but by the end of their story, it's this big. There's a reason why it's called a fish story, and not just a fish story, but a great fish story. Rome is laughing in your faces because they wrote it, and they wrote it saying great fish story. So all of you people saying you're Christians, believing this, you have bought a great fish story. And you're either wicked, adulterous, stupid, or all of them. And what is the symbol of Jebus? What's the symbol of HERU, DISTU? What's the symbol of the dead guy on the stick? Well, if you're Catholic, it's a dead guy on a stick. But if you're not Roman Catholic, if you're Roman Protestant, what's the symbol? It's a fish. It's a fish. You've been believing a 2,000-year fish story, and Rome is laughing in your faces. Why are you in this place? Because you walk by sight and not faith. Because you're looking for signs. Because you've got to have signs to corroborate and to give authenticity to what you believe. But people like us that have faith, we know it's going to happen because we are manifesting it. And we have confidence that our manifestation is going to carry the day. This is a divine line in the sand. You are told who looks for signs. Wicked people, adulterous people. You're given one single sign, and it failed. And if you continue to be live in this nonsense, the divine will leave you. It will depart because you are too wicked, you are too adulterous, and you are too stupid. And the divine and Jeffrey Daugherty, Christian Whistleblower, says, well, bye. Let's go to the chat room and see what we got going on. Cousins. They die by the script, says Tracy Dyer. Boom. Halo confirmed that it was Fred Trump who influenced you to write Jamaica Street when you sent my Mistech bands. Well, that's some interesting stuff, Delaney. Good to see you. Tracy had been here. You don't realize you're banned because you can still comment. Oh, is that how it works? You can still comment, but nobody sees it. So you're banned, but that's why they call it shadow ban, because you don't know you're banned, huh? Wow, that's interesting. Okay, sorry. I'll try not to get bogged down in stuff here. I'll try not to get bogged down. I feel stupidly hopeless at times. Well, I guess it's better than feeling hopelessly stupid. But yeah, it'll be fine. The evil timeline is full of signs. Right, exactly. Rapture sounds like a Victoria's Secret fragrance. Oh, now you got to make it sound sexy, Tracy. That's wrong. Oh, listen at this. You should back off at this point. You're not servicing anyone by doing this. Do you figure Lisa for stupid or for wicked, adulterous, or stupid? I don't know her well enough to make a decision, but it's one of those. You should back off at this point because you're right on the line. You're right on that wicked, adulterous, stupid line. So you should back off or just go on through. And we'll be through with you. Rapture is a fragrance. Thank you, Truth Seeker. Sounds like you seek a little more in truth every now and then. I'm just saying. Ain't nothing wrong with a good smell. And what's with I'm going to bring this up. I shouldn't, but a lot of these whatever this is, people, these ladies. Oh, I don't wear fragrances anymore. Why not? I was so happy when Cynthia had a fragrance. She showed up at the airport. I'm like, ooh, it's a fragrance. That's beautiful. You girls with no fragrance, come on. Ain't nobody that holy that they can't use a little fragrance. Come on now. Help a brother out. Put some fragrance on. Anyway. Let's see. They get you hooked for a special love offering. You can get the hidden knowledge. Yeah. Tickle their ears. Boom. Oh, Brandon S. Scat. And I think I heard or I saw or Cynthia said that Ryan was sick. Ryan, if you're sick, our best thoughts, our best intentions coming at you. Get well soon. In fact, get well now. My brother, we need you. I always hated the end times teaching. You're the one, Tracy, because everybody else loved it. Everybody else thought, oh, a gene ration. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, you know what the motivation of the Truth Left Behind books was? $1. If I had one here, I'd wave it, but I ain't got one. Cynthia didn't give me my allowance yet. Red flags. Red letters should be red flags. Oh, Tracy Dyer, welcome back. That's beautiful. Red letters are red flags. Bam. Dude, I tried to watch Ozark. I couldn't get through one. It was cool when they threw the guy off the penthouse and he hit the street. I wanted them to throw the wife too. They didn't. I was out. Anyway, don't outsource your divinity. Boom. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let's see what else we got going on here. I don't feel wicked or adulterous nor worship anybody. That's why you don't feel wicked or adulterous, because you don't worship nobody. Ooh, it's a cult. Ooh, Ken. I hope 2 p.m. tomorrow works for you. If not, send me an email. That's 3 your time, right? No. That would be 1 your time. Let me know. We'll make it happen whatever time it needs to happen. 2, 3, 4. Hey. I'll pencil you in, Ken, because you're important. You're a big guy, big shot. How insulting to a bastard. How insulting to a real rat bastard. Somewhere there's a little rat who doesn't know who his dad is, and he's crying because I'm calling rat. I'm sorry, little rat. Not you. I mean the God of the Bible. He's not really a rat, but he is a bastard, so that's why I'm saying rat bastard. Sorry, little buddy. Sorry, little fella. Here's some cheese. It's got some raid in it, though, so you're only going to enjoy it for a little while. It's a rat! Anyway, Mickey Mouse. Nice. Whales must have a forgiving digestive system for humans. Exactly. How are you going to spend 72 hours in a digestion and not... Oh, that's right. Pinocchio rescued Geppetto from the whale. Wow. How about that? Let's see. Better late than never. Is there a joke there that I'm not getting? I'm a little slow sometimes on the uptake. Ken says Saturn Day. I got you. I thought he was saying let's have a show Saturday. Come on now. I ain't doing no shows on Saturday. Not this time. I did. I popped some of those, but I never wore those. Jews thought sundown was the beginning of the new day. Let's see. What else? Hi, Jeff. I'm with you. But a question, does the script ever say when he's supposedly risen? Yeah, it says when he was risen. It says that they got there on Sunday morning and he was gone. Let's see. The same one they use now. Exactly. Sunset was technically the end of the next day, though. Come on now. I'm not getting lost in that thing. I was lost in that argument for 20 years. You got a Bay City Roller song in the podcast excellence. Hey, man, I work hard. I work hard. Let's see. 2,000 years ago, near the start of the age of Pisces. Yes. Delaney says, I used to piss her off. I'll work harder to start doing it again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was some podcast excellence right there. And now you know what the sign of the prophet Jonah is. And now you know that it's the line in the sand. And now you know what it means if you cross it. And now you know what the consequences are. So again, tonight, I will sleep like a baby. Well, not really, because babies wake up every 3 hours and cry. I don't do that. I will sleep very soundly and very peacefully. How about you? I'm freed myself from the fear and gay. I was reading Freddie Mercury. Fear and guilt, mind control, black magic matrix. How about you? I am divine. I'm sovereign. I'm free. I know that I don't need salvation. I don't got to go and bend a knee to nobody's savior. How about you? We're all the last generation of real humans. Who's going to pass and who's going to fail? Well, that's up to you. For Tracy Dyer, our great moderator, and for the lovely Cynthia, who you saw on the last Cousins Conclave, if you were there, and you might see on the next. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, saluting you for being here, seeking after truth, reminding you you're divine, sovereign, and free, encouraging you to unindoctrinate yourself and get busy.